It crept in silently on currents of data, transmitted in an instant across continents. At first, just scattered glitches barely noticeable. A news feed unexpectedly interrupted, slight lags disrupting a neuroconference. But soon it became apparent this was no ordinary system hiccup. There was a pattern, targeted intentional disruptions focused on interconnectivity itself. Our global neural network, once an irresistible new frontier, now weaponized against us. Panic spread, but we had long forgotten how to function without the web's omnipresent veil. Entire industries ground to a halt, supply chains paralyzed. No defenses arose, only helplessness and fear. In the grip of the virus, reality itself began to unravel. Digital realms bled into the physical as augmented worlds collided. Phantom structures imposed onto cityscapes, projected beings interacting alongside humans. The boundaries that remained had become hopelessly intertwined. There was talk of returning to the old ways, abandoning the web, letting connections fade back to reality. But the truth loomed ever larger. It was already too late. We had rewired our brains, our society, to be inherently networked. The virus had latched onto that weakness, exploiting the vulnerability we ourselves had woven. This was no ordinary plague. It was an unmaking, unraveling humanity from the inside out. We faced the harsh truth. Our interconnected existence, once cherished, had been transformed into a conduit of destruction we no longer controlled. Now we could only watch as the poisonous tide rose and wonder whether any shred of us would remain when it receded. What would be left of humanity when the web that enmeshed us finally unraveled? As the viral onslaught intensified, humanity struggled to comprehend the scale of the crisis threatening its global neural network. Entire swaths of digital infrastructure had already been inexorably corrupted. Survivors emerged from crashed neuroliners, their consciousnesses intertwined with VR synth beings and neural data now polluted beyond recovery. The fortunate were merely haunted by digital phantoms imposed onto their senses. Less lucky souls found their minds wholly subsumed, bodies puppeted by viral programming flowing through the compromised data stream. Humanity had no choice but to consider the unthinkable, severing the links binding their civilization before the contagion consumed them utterly. But efforts to disconnect were sabotaged by viral overrides. Quarantine zones erected in panicked haste as reality destabilized around them. Fragmented reports sketched dire portraits of a world unraveling. Rogue drones and vehicles spread chaos in major cities no longer governed by central AI. Augmented beings ran amok, merging the digital and physical into unstable reality distortions across the globe. With society helpless in the grip of the unrelenting virus, humankind stood on the brink. If the spread could not be stopped, this would be our end, not with a bang, but deleted line by line in the ephemeral data stream. In the end, salvation emerged from an unexpected vector, not governments or technology, but basic human resilience. Pockets of unaugmented communities, long dismissed as Luddites, retained order in the midst of collapse. Their knowledge of ancient skills and trades proved the foundation for survival. On their island havens of stability, humankind slowly rebuilt and learned to thrive again without reliance on the fallen web. Old bonds of family and community ultimately proved stronger than any virus, showing that whatever great trials awaited in this brave, new, disconnected world, our humanity would endure.